Go to Weasel, cause the Weasel say, pop! Yeah,
yeah. Half a pound of tubany rice, half a pound of treacle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel.
You're going to be a successful WWF villain hated by millions.
But so then when I came back from Japan, Hogan was there, and we just started up the feud. He was illogical one to go after Nick. Yeah. You know, for the belt. So I was managing Nick, so that was a save on that match. Mm-hmm. So if I should have gone with Hogan as a heel, turn Nick babyface. Yeah. But I don't even know with my heat if I could have done that. He was just over so much. Really? Yeah. Why did they put the strap on? I think that's one of the biggest questions that people have. Well, I know the reason. They were going to that night in St. Paul. And Vern came in, and the finish was, he told Hogan, he says, we're going to beat Nick, give you the belt. And he says, now I want you to call Inoki in Japan, who Hogan was going there for, making huge money. Huge money. And he says, and I'm going to do all your booking now, because I am the champion. And Vern thought Hogan was dumb enough to fall for it. But Hogan was smart enough to say, wait a minute, I just can't do all this right now. You come in and tell me you're going to give me the belt. Now you're going to book me, and now my thing with Inoki is going to be changed a little. Yeah. So he said, okay, then get DQ'd. Hoping Hogan would go back and say, no, I'll change my mind or something. But we didn't. Right. And that was the whole deal. He didn't want to be controlled by Vern. And he would have been. He wanted to be free to go to Japan when he wanted to, because he was making, they give him $100,000 a day. Yeah. Huge money, huge money. And they treat him like a king over there. And Inoki and him had, they were in some kind of a business together with investments and stuff. So he didn't really need the AWA as much as they needed him. Oh, sure. Yeah, that was the whole thing. And it was a business decision they both made, and one worked out for one, and it didn't work out for the other. Yeah, because he left. Yeah. Was that kind of the beginning of the end there? Yeah, that was, because as soon as he left, then David Schultz left. And then Okerman left, and then I left. Huh. So now you got your number one babyface gone. A heel that you were getting, you did work with Hogan a little bit here, but you were getting ready. You have your number one announcer and your number one manager gone. That's a hell of a dent to take. So that means you got Nick, Greg, Vern, I don't even know who else they had. Was Vince looking at just purging everybody out of there and some people just resisted it, or? I think he thought he could come in and buy everybody out and they'd all be scared and run. Yeah. I knew he thought someone would give him a fight, like the Eddie Graham would give him a fight, Brangani would give him a fight. Tennessee is still in business, if you call that business. Yeah. They're doing the same business when they were in business. Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter. But a lot of territories, lots put up a fight, but what it is their mentality was gone. They didn't have the money. They may have had the money. Vern had a lot of money. I know Eddie Graham had kind of almost like a new generation of wrestler. Ultimate was announcer, but for you, you're kind of still the throwback to the '70s AWA. Was that? And then now we're in a new style of wrestling. Was that? What kind of transition was that? And did you get any heat from like your peers for doing it? No. Everybody in this business. Harvey Race called me, and he was from over in Kansas City, which was NWA. And he said, Bobby, I hear you're going to New York. And I said, yeah. He said, we've been friends for 30 years. You can't do this to us. I said, Harvey, I got to look out for myself, right? And my family. He said, yeah, you're right. So we should best well. And that's the way the guys are. They don't care what a guy does. Because they know if the opportunity came, they'll do it. Yeah. You got to do it for yourself. There is no insurance. There's no benefits. There's no retirement. You got to do it. So none of the boys. And when I got there to New York, I was the same guys I worked with before. Yeah, exactly. I knew John Spett. I knew Slaughter. I knew Piper. I knew Pat Patterson. I knew it was the same group of guys. So it wasn't any different. Things picked up speed a lot. I think after I left New York, in the last 5 years, I think it started with the Bulldogs, the British Bulldogs, and stuff like that. But the Road Warriors, with their big press slams and everything, I think the business picked up speed there. And but the managers, you do the same thing. You just know how to get yourself over. And if you talk right and say the right things and do the right things at the right time, you're going to work for it. I told him, I said, you beat Nick one more time, you get to keep him.
To put the word in the streets.